Today I am talking about Hatful of Sky, book 32 of Terry Pratchett's Discworld. And it's another Tiffany Aiken book, another brilliant book by Terry Pratchett, and another Granny Weatherwax. Like you say Granny Weatherwax, and it's, yeah. And this one we kind of really see how great Granny is. But it's not her story, and that's the thing about it. Tiffany, she survived her first encounter with the Queen of the Fairies, and Mystic has come back to, because Tiffany's a witch. We know this. She's going to be a witch, and she's probably going to be a bloody good witch too. But on the chalk, there's no one to mentor her, no one to look after her, so they find her another witch to sort of apprentice her. So Mystic comes and takes her along. Mystic's more of a travelling witch, and they bring her to Miss Level, but Miss Level's odd. No one stays with Miss Level, and she's a very unique. I mean, Terry Pratchett Discworld novels, they're all bloody unique. Like they are. That's what he does. Quirky, weird, and wonderful. That's Terry and the Discworld. So what unique about Miss Level is there's two of her, one soul, two bodies, not twins, one being, two bodies. And watching them function, how they work, is interesting. Tiffany also meets some other young witches, apprentice witches, and that's, so this is her education has begun. She's discovering who she is and where she sort of fits and the thing of her power, and they're sort of guided by a Miss Earwig who's very into jewellery and spells and the glamour of witching, not the good old fashioned headology that Granny and Nanny Og are famous for, but this propped up fantasy type witching. So that's sort of what's going on. But then the real stories, and then Knack MacFeagles are back. We've got a new Kilda. Tiffany didn't have to rob anybody. He married another Kilda. And there's a hiver flying around. So think of like a consciousness floating around that can inhabit bodies, and that's where the trouble kicks off in this brilliant Terry Pratchett. And the concept of that in itself, this being that has been around since forever and can inhabit and know and store knowledge and manipulate things, is really clever. It's really brilliant, and the way it all comes down in the end is fantastic. Like how we look at society and how we look at evolution and things, and it's this really brilliant idea, and how Tiffany's tested, and when Granny's around, Granny's always testing, and this is where Tiffany comes into her own in big spades. But like I said, we discover just how great Granny Weatherwax is, because there's a witch trials. Did you know that? Witches have trials because they can organise, but it's a bit like herding cats, as Terry puts it. So it's a little bit interesting. It's a little bit fun to see the power plays, and they can cooperate. It's just not easy and not common. But what would you do if you basically had unlimited power? And that's what this hiver brings with it, and that's where the chaos begins when he inhabits Tiffany Aiken. So she's being sort of pushed around by these other young witches because she's not doing it right, and she's just some silly farm girl from the chalk who doesn't know anything but sheep. And suddenly she has the world of power, which is a lot of her power, but it's then manipulated through the hiver. And yes, typical Terry, fun ensures. There's some crazy, brilliant one-liners. The Knack MacFeagles, as they go to rescue her, because she's their hag, she's their wee big hag, and yeah, so they do the old cartoon trick, you know, where a bunch of little guys inhabit big people clothes, and you know, typical Terry Pratchett spin on it, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Knack McFeagles are brilliant. Scrivens, your wee big jobs, and yeah, the funny language and the way he brings it up. Just about, if you didn't catch the last one, they're funny little blue fairies, but they're not, you know, they're not the winged, delicate kind that we know, like pixies, but pick as in, you know, the old Celtic clan picks. So there's a bunch of little bravehearts that run around, and you scunners are going to cop it, because they love to fight, they love to drink, they love to fight, but they got this hierarchy of the kilder is like the queen bee or the queen ant that just births all these little fighting nut job boys, and yeah, and oh man, they were brilliant characters. There's actually another story I can think of. I can't wait to listen to that and then tell you this again. Again, this is, you know, Terry Pratchett at his finest. He's such a brilliant storyteller. There's so many moments I'm just sitting there chuckling to myself, and you know, as I'm listening to it, and I remember reading it for the first time and just absolutely falling in love with these books. Every one of them I've loved so much. You know, all 41 Discworld are brilliant, and you know, anyone that has Granny in, you know, it's setting the bar high. And yeah, the ending is so brilliant and so fantastic, and the understanding of relationships and mentors and things like that, and how we deal with people and learn things. It's sort of all these things that Terry subtly weaves into his story as you're giggling and laughing at all these absurdities of this brilliantly fantastic world he's created. Hatful of Sky, so it's the second in the Tiffany Aiken novels, and book 32 in Terry Pratchett's Discworld. Absolutely brilliant book. Like, seriously, can't stress how much I love these books. They are beyond brilliant. Check them out. You will not regret it. You will not regret diving into Terry Pratchett's Discworld. Happy reading. Subscribe and follow for more.